Hey guys, Jerseytoof here coming at you with another video. Today we are featuring the same team that we did yesterday, and I know you guys like different teams every day, but this team is just working so well, and today we have a 5-0 hype for you guys. I mean, Ferrothorn to me is the best grass type. It's grass steel, but it's the best grass type in the Great League right now because it covers so much of the meta. And having Play Rough and Ice Beam as a safe swap on Azumarill has really helped out. As you can see in this video again, I still was able to deal with a Registeel in the lead. It just, you know, sometimes that Bastiodon comes in there, and if without Hydro Pump, it really starts to get a little tricky because it really counters the whole rest of my team. So, I mean, I know we want new videos, new content every single, but this is my journey to rank 10, and every day it's just going to be the best set of my day, you know, or the best set I think, or best showcase of something of my sets of any certain day. So I know there's a lot of newcomers here, so that's what I usually try to do every single day, is just bring you my best content, you know what I'm saying? So I really hope you guys enjoy. But if you're just here new and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and get notified every single day when I upload my videos. The support has been amazing, and I can't thank you guys enough. So without further ado, let's get into these battles now. Is Ferrothorn the best grass type in the game? Well, in my opinion, it's up there. So, all right, until tomorrow, guys, Jerseytoof out. Remember, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all. Let's get into these battles now. First up, we got Bahiti. Bahiti's up first. What you got for me? We got that Melmetal in the lead. All right. It's kind of spice. I haven't seen a Melmetal too much this season, so we're just going to swap right into our Azumarill right here. I'm guessing this thing has Thunderbolt, but I knew that Thunderbolt would definitely hurt my Skarmory a lot more, and I figured I need to save it for the back end, so they're going to bring in their Azumarill here. So this is what we have Play Rough for. Yes, I'm guessing they probably have Play Rough also, but at this point, we can actually tank a Play Rough, I was thinking. So I think we should be able to get to another Play Rough. Right here, I was like debating if I wanted to shield, but I was like, I know I can tank this. And we were able to. We get this off this other Play Rough, so that is great. Holding on to shield as long as you can, and shielding when you need to, and sometimes not need to, is going to make or break a lot of these matches, because everybody is just so good nowadays. So I'm actually going to bring in my Skarmory here. I don't want to bring in my Ferrothorn. I don't want to show that I have the Ferrothorn, and I do not really want that Ferrothorn. I mean, I really want to line up that Melmetal with my Ferrothorn, because I really don't want to see Melmetal against my Skarmory. So then they're going to bring in a Melmetal. Now I'm going to bring in my Ferrothorn, and they have a Abomasnow in the back. So this is not really bad for us, but it's not great either. They got 2 shields, and they're just going to start using their shields here. So I probably should have just went for a double bait and went for another Power Whip, but Thunder is only one more Bullet Seed after Power Whip, so we're going to try it, see if it went through. It's going to be neutral damage, I believe, on Thunder. Correct me if I'm wrong. So at this point, I'm not going to use any shield. I'm going to save that one shield for my Skarmory. Weather Ball coming through, and hoping we can get to another one, but they actually saved up enough energy to hit me with another Weather Ball, so it's going to take out my Ferrothorn. But we're going to be able to one-shot this Abomasnow with a Sky Attack. But unfortunately, they got to another Weather Ball before we were able to get to our Sky Attack. But still, no shield. I'm going to save that shield for the possible Rock Slide / Thunderbolt. It's probably going to be a Rock Slide. It's going to come at me from the Melmetal. And at this range, a Sky Attack will take out the Melmetal. So here we go. We're using that shield here, and I'm hoping I can win. Yep, we got the CMP. I'm not too sure if they had 2 of them, because they actually used their energy before they switched. So in any case, that Sky Attack takes out the Melmetal, and we win game 1. Good games, trainer. That was pretty hype. We lost the lead, and we still came back to win. We're going to lose a lot of leads in this set, and we come back to win. That's just so great about this team. All right, what we got next? We got Skarmory into Deoxys. This is another neutral semi-lost lead, because the Thunderbolt hurts a lot, and so does Rock Slide. And Sky Attacks are neutral, but they're going to get to their moves that hurt a lot more than Sky Attack to me. So we're just going to try to get a little bit of damage. We're going to actually take the first Thunderbolt, because I know it's not going to take me out, and then we're going to swap right into Azumarill. We're going to save that Skarmory for later, and I know I'm going to get hit with another Thunderbolt here, but that's fine. It's going to take more than 2 Thunderbolts to take us out at a full health Azumarill, and they bring in their Rainy Cast form, and in my mind right now, I'm thinking they brought it in to use Thunder, and I'm not really too sure how many water guns it takes to get to a Thunder, so I shielded this one up, and it was just a Weather Ball. So at this point, I said to myself, I'm not shielding anymore at this thing. If they want to Thunder me at this point, good, that's fine. And I actually thought they were going to hit me with a thunder right here because they shielded. But I'm like, no, if they're going to do it, good for them. I'm saving my shield. But they actually weather balled me again. So I'm actually going to be able to get to a play rough at this point. And I really think that an ice beam might have actually taken it out at the range it was at. But I didn't want to make sure. It's only one more bubble to get the play rough. And they bring in their Deoxys to take us out. So we're going to bring back in our Skarmory here. We're actually able to get to that Sky Attack. That's why we saved this Skarmory for later. Because that takes out the Deoxys, and they have a Stunfisk in the back. And now my Ferrothorn can run wild. This is another reason why Ferrothorn is also great, because it resists Rock Slide, double resist Rock Slide, and it's neutral Earthquake, and it's going to take 2 Earthquakes to take us out, and it takes 2 2 Power Whips to take out the Stunfisk at full health with the Bullet Seeds. Well, it's actually 3, I think. But I charged up the 2 Power Whips because I knew they're going to shield the one, and I'm going to have the second one ready. And I knew I was going to save that shield for whatever came through, and I knew they weren't going to Earthquake me. So in the end, we didn't even have to use our shield. So good games, trainer. That's why energy management is really crucial. You have to learn to know when to extra farm up to actually have that extra residual energy for the next Pokemon or the next move, and they make or break a lot of matchups. So in this, we got a Drifloon. I haven't faced too many Drifloons yet this season, and I'm thinking to myself, this has to be a somewhat decent matchup for Skarmory, because Drifloon has a lot of hit points, but the defense is very low. So these Sky Attacks are neutral, and they will chunk away at this Drifloon. As you can see, it almost took another Sky Attack. Will take out this Drifloon at this range. So I'm thinking they farmed up to go to a Shadow Ball. So we're gonna shield this up, and it was a Shadow Ball. It was a great shield. We're gonna farm up even a little bit more energy. I was actually thinking about the farm down, but I did not want to get hit with another Icy Wind or a Shadow Ball. So we're gonna take out the Drifloon right there. They didn't decide to shield, so Deoxys comes back in, and I'm actually gonna go for a Brave Bird. And I don't know if I stay in here and switch right out. Actually, I'm going to stay. No, I'm going to switch right out. Okay. I'm going to give up switch advantage. That's fine. Because I knew they were probably going to stay in with Deoxys. And Thunderbolt coming through. And they're still staying in. So that tells me they got something semi-weak to Azumarill in the back. So we're just going to try to get rid of this Deoxys. First Ice Beam. They use their first shield. And I know right now that a Thunderbolt's not going to take me out at this range. You just got to know your Pokemon. See, I knew it wasn't going to take me out, so it wasn't going to get a shield. And I'm actually able to get to another Ice Beam before we're taken out. So that is Kree. Let's see if they want to use their last shield. They let it go down. So we retain switch advantage, and they have an Azumarill in the back. And we have our Ferrothorn for this Azumarill right here. Ice Beams are neutral, and they do start to add up. So this is not a super good win, but it's definitely a positive matchup for Ferrothorn, especially with the shield. And Ice Beam coming through. As you can see, it takes about 3 Ice Beams to take us out, maybe 4 at full health. So this next power up coming through. They decide to shield now. So at this point, I'm going into my Skarmory, and I don't know what I was doing. I thought I had a little more health, and we almost screwed that up because they actually got a little bit more energy farmed up to hit us with almost 2 Ice Beams. But at this point, we were able to farm down the Azumarill and still take the win after that mistake. So 3-0 hype. Getting on that train. Let's get that 5-0. All right, who we got up next here? We got How He. I remember I laughed at the name when I saw it. It's pretty cool. And this is that Registeel lead I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Okay, we're going to switch right into our Azumarill, and they actually stay in. So at this point, I'm like, okay, this is fine. Even though I don't have Hydro Pump, this is actually fine. I'd rather this Registeel on my Azumarill so I could chip this thing down as much as possible. I really don't want to use any shields if possible, but I'm actually going to shield 1 time, I said to myself. I'm going to shield 1 time, so then I can actually take another Flash Cannon, and it won't take us out. So we're just going to try to chip away at this Registeel. Ice Beam's coming hot and heavy, and they're deciding not to shield at all. I think either they realized that I don't have Hydro Pump, or they're just calling baits, or they were counting. But I tried to farm up even a little bit more, but we're going Ice Beam right here, and this Ice Beam actually would take out the Registeel at this range. And they decide to get a shield. So we evened the shield count, so that's good. We got the Registeel almost gone, and we're still at even shields. So that's a win in my book. So we're going to bring in Skarmory, because a Focus Blast would hurt Ferrothorn a lot more than Skarmory. And so they bring in their Shadow Hypno. Okay, that's fine. We're just going to hit a Sky Attack on this thing, and then probably bring in our Ferrothorn at this point. Yes, we are. And I'm thinking if it has Fire Punch, okay, that's fine. But this tells me right here that they did not have Fire Punch because they did not shield. So then they bring in a Azumarill. I'm like thinking to myself, why didn't they shield their Hypno? I mean, but anyway, we're just going to Power Whip this thing as much as we can. There's the first Power Whip, and I should have known to myself that they were going to try to sack swap that Registeel, but I forgot that Registeel was still alive. So I'm pumping away, and there's that Registeel swap. I'm like, damn, okay. That was a great swap on my opponent's part, but at this point, this Azumarill is so low that it really didn't matter too much because my Skarmory still has a decent amount of health. So I'm going to bring that Skarmory right here and just farm down this Azumarill. So that was a good game. They were going to have to use some of their energy to take out the Skarmory. So, hey, it all worked out in the end. That was a great swap of my opponent. So 4-0. Can we get that 5-0? Yandal. Let's get it, Yandal. What you got for me? Yandal, Skarmory into Toxicroak. This is almost the first real lead win we had in this set. So at this point, I know the swap's coming, so I'm just going to farm away. Azumarill comes in, and I'm trying to click that Ferrothorn and the damn lag. I'm like, damn. I don't know if you guys, I know you guys sometimes have that where you just won't swap. Like, you're clicking in and just won't swap. And right there, I'm hitting Power Rip, and it's not going. I'm like, oh, this is going to ruin my 5-0. It's so hard this season to gain points because even with this 5-0, I only gained about, you'll see 21 points. So every win, it means so much on that road to rank 10. So any lag, it just gets really even more frustrating. But in the end, losing doesn't lose you as much points. So it's all relative if you think about it. Okay, we take out that Azumarill, and then Toxicroak comes back in. And I'm thinking to myself, do I just want to not go no shields with this guy? Because he doesn't look like he wants to use any shields. So Mud Bomb, I know nothing this guy could throw at me is going to hurt. So they have a Umbreon in the back. This is great because I have Play Rough and Ice Beam. Okay, last resorts are going to come hot and heavy. So I'm actually going to bait with the Ice Beam first. And I'm thinking they have to start shielding. And they're not going to shield. So I'm not going to shield. So I'm going to go for Play Rough now. But in any case, they probably should have shielded anything that came at them next to have any chance to win this matchup. But as you can see here, Play Rough actually gets through and almost one-shots it. And we're going to be able to bubble this thing down. And I'm not using any shields yet because it's not going to hurt. And they're going to bring in their Toxicroak now, and I just have my Skarmory. And I was thinking to myself, I should just not shield, but I wanted to definitely get this 5-0 because all these points matter. And I looked like he wanted to go no shield match, and I felt kind of bad in the end because, you know, I probably could have won even without shielding that, and it would have been a no shield win. But hey, good game, 5-0 hype. As you can see, this team has it has weaknesses, but it has a lot of advantages, and it just works so well together. The Click Nick on what am I thinking of? On not YouTube, Twitch. I don't know why I can't think on Twitch. Video. What I was trying to say at the end of my voiceover was the Click Nick on Twitch recommended this team, and I was really hesitant because I really have been using Hydro Pump, but I know why he uses this team now, and it's a really great matchup. I'm sorry at the end of that, I was just kind of like, my brain froze, and I do those separate from these, so I can't go back and just edit that. But yeah, it was the Click Nick on Twitch that offered this team idea to me. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And as you see, it does have a lot of weakness to fire. Fire, like a Shadow Mawile on this team, it just kind of just blows right through it. I mean, in the lead, you just, you know, it's not something you want to see is a lot of fire on a team. But anything other than fire, even it can deal with fighting because only Ferrothorn is really weak to fighting. But fire is weak to, you know, Skarmory and Ferrothorn. So, like I said in the past, I'm looking for some shout-outs, some voice, you know, I want to do some viewer battles for you guys. So just hit me up on Twitter. Maybe we can get some, you know, viewer battles up in the future. So I really hope you guys enjoy. Once again, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and get notified every single day when I upload my content. Ferrothorn, the best grass type in the Great League. I don't know, but I definitely think it is. Until tomorrow, Jerseytoof out. Remember, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all the support.